Good morning, everyone, with another chapter. Welcome back to the class. It is chapter number 6 of geography, that is energy and power resources. So, dear students, already you know that we have discussed this chapter in the classroom also. So, it's just like a revision class. So, energy plays a very significant role in our daily lives. We know this. The food that we eat serves as a fuel for our bodies. Humans learned to use energy sources thousands of years ago by managing food supplies through the agricultural practices and harnessing energy in the form of fire to generate heat and light. In the modern industrial age, our relationship with energy has become more dependent. Why? We now have very easy access to the complex form of energy on a daily basis. Energy is used to drive to work, heat and cool our homes, and provide light and power for most of the technology based tools. So the thing six. So what are the sources of energy? So there are two sources of energy are there. First is non-renewable and second is renewable. Sir, what are the examples of the non-renewable? So oil, natural gas, coal, nuclear energy. These are the examples of non-renewable energy. Next is renewable, like solar energy, hydro energy, wind energy, geothermal energy, biomass energy, and tidal energy. These are the examples of renewable energy. But what is the question? The question is non-renewable and renewable. These are the two sources of energy. But what is the meaning of non-renewable and renewable? So let's talk about it. So renewable sources of energy. Renewable energy is generated from natural resources such as sunlight, wind, rain, tides, and geothermal heat. These energy sources are naturally replenished. Renewable energy technologies range from solar power, wind power, hydroelectricity, and we call it micro hydro also, biomass and biofuels for transportation. Sir, what are the advantages of the renewable energy? So one major advantage of the use of the renewable energy is its renewable characteristic. Since it can be replenished quickly, it is sustainable and will never run out. Second advantage of the renewable energy is renewable energy facilities generally require less maintenance than traditional ones. Their fuel, being derived from natural and available resources, reduces the cost of production or the operation. Renewable energy products or produces little or no waste products such as carbon dioxide or other chemical pollutants. So it has a minimal impact on the environment. But there are also the disadvantage of the renewable energy. First is using renewable energy is difficult to generate the quantity of electricity that would be produced by traditional fossil fuel generators. This may mean that we need to reduce the amount of energy we use or simply build more renewable energy facilities. It also indicates that the best solution to our energy problem can be have to balance many different power sources. Let's talk about the types of renewable energy. The wind, the sun, and the earth are sources of renewable energy. Here we look at some of the most common types of renewable energy and discuss their advantage and limitations. So let's talk about it. First is solar power. Solar power is arguably one of the best known renewable energy source. In fact, the sunlight that shines on the earth in just 1 hour could meet the world's energy demand for an entire year. Solar energy or the energy from the sun is harnessed using solar collectors. These collectors or this collected energy can be used to provide heat, light or other form of electricity. The best thing about the solar electricity is that it is free, everlasting and non-polluting. The sun has been used as a source of the heat for thousands of years ago. Ancient Greek families used to build their homes in such a way that they could get the most sunlight during the cold winter's month. So now second type is hydroelectric power. So what is the meaning of hydroelectric power? Hydroelectric power is electricity derived from the flowing water. Hydroelectricity is produced by processing and controlling the flow of water through a dam. This is one of the most encouraging form of renewable energy. Hydroelectric power is likely to be one of the most common form of energy production in the coming years. Most hydroelectric power plants are located on large dams which control the flow of the river. Dams block the river and create an artificial lake or reservoir. A controlled amount of water is forced through a tunnel that is called a penstock. That is a dam. As water flows through the tunnels, it turns huge turbines and generate electricity which it then transported to thousands and industries via power lines. So these were the two types we have discussed right now, hydroelectric power and solar power. Now third is wind power. What is the meaning of wind power? Wind power is produced directly from the wind by using a wind turbine. This process is not only free and renewable, it also does not emit any harmful greenhouse gases. Windmills have been used for hundreds of years to pump water from the ground. Today, large tall wind turbines that use the wind to generate electricity are used. Many wind turbines are often placed together in the wind farms on flat areas with strong winds. A turbine is a smaller or similar to a windmill. It has a very tall tower with 2 or 3 propeller like blades at the top. So these are the 3 renewable energy which we have discussed right now. Next is, or the last, that is geothermal power. So geothermal energy comes from the heat produced naturally inside the earth. Geothermal reservoirs are underground area of steam or hot water that can be used to produce electricity or heat for our needs. Geothermal pumps can be used to move heat from the earth into homes during the winters and remove heat from the homes back to the earth during the summers. This works because the temperature just beneath the earth's surface remains fairly constant throughout the year. Therefore, the temperature is hotter than the air in winter but cooler than the air in summer. So, this was the topic which was related to the renewable source of energy. Now, the next topic is non-renewable sources of energy. So, what is the meaning of non-renewable? Let's have a look of this PPT. So, non-renewable energy sources are extracted out from the ground as liquids, gases, and solids. These energy resources include fossil fuels and nuclear power. Coal, petroleum, natural gas, and propane are all considered as fuels, fossil fuels, because they were formed from the buried remains of plants and animals that lived millions of years ago. Uranium is not a fossil fuel, but its ore is mined and converted into a fuel. These energy resources are considered non-renewable because they cannot be replenished in a short time of period. So these were the whatever we have discussed right now, types of renewable energy. And now let's come to the point, that is types of non-renewable energy. So first is fossil fuel, and we got the products oil and or petroleum, natural gas. After the natural gas, coal. Okay, so these are the non-renewable source of energy. They take very large time of period to be replenished. So now what are the advantages of the non-renewable energy? Non-renewable energy sources have the main advantage of being affordable and accessible. They are available throughout the year, unlike renewable sources of energy, which are comparatively inconsistent. Most of the non-renewable energy sources have a high energy output. Non-renewable sources can be transported over long distances and can be stored easily. So these were the advantages of non-renewable energy. Now the topic is, what are the disadvantages of non-renewable energy? Once a non-renewable energy source is exhausted, it cannot be replaced. These energy sources are highly polluting and increase the greenhouse gases. They are responsible for all kinds of non-biodegradable material accumulation. So this was all about the class. Thank you and have a nice day.